close as Castle does. Merry Christmas in like 3 hours. You're probably thinking, what the hell are you working for right now? I'm working because I'm crazy. No one's ever really accused me of being sane, right? That's good. That's so good. Good. Okay, so I'm getting another couple entrances in. This entrance is going to be the hardest because, well, one, mentally it's going to be difficult because the whole thing is covered in radiation that the player hasn't really been given any tools to deal with. So this area will be least likely to be seen by the player, but it will exist. It will be there, even if you can't do anything with it yet. So that also it's very shallow, which means that this cave will have there will be a very large under network in this section, and I'm kind of planning on having like this crack that I built and like have it like be like a big sheet underneath where there's sort of a flat area with pillars, and then find spots that go further down. I don't know when the radiation is going to kick in exactly. I'm just going to try not to think about it for now, because the you as the player will have eventually have a way to deal with radiation. I don't know how long it'll take. It may be like all the way at the end of the game, or probably maybe the next step after this, or whatever. But hey, it's going to happen. So, with that said, it is time to get started. Also, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Of course, I probably will actually not make a video tomorrow because it's fucking Christmas. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And maybe it'll be a short video. Alright, that's 7 entrances. We got 7 entrances into Jellyshroom caves now. So that's 4 to the west, 2 to the south, and I guess 1 to the east. And I'm going to add another 2 to the east, and then 2 to the north. So at minimum, 2 in each cardinal direction. At minimum. That's pretty good. I think this is progressing pretty well. This coffee is very good. Okay. So this area here is sort of, I guess I can't really count it technically because it's going to be filled with radiation. Although, it may be far enough down where you won't hit the radiation until you start to go up a little bit. I don't know, I'll have to see how it is in game. But everything should be in place for this area, and this is also the area with the largest mushrooms. I actually think I kind of need to do that a little bit more because one of the things I'm noticing in the areas that I'm designing right now is that the mushrooms get in the way when it's not just a big open space. If it's tight at all, what ends up happening is you have to kind of like avoid the mushrooms, or they'll get in your way and you bounce into them, and it's annoying. But if you have these big open spaces, then you get these giant mushrooms that just sort of take up the center. They're more like centerpieces. Okay, well, with that said, I gotta figure out what the next area is gonna look like. I think it's gonna be grassy plateaus, and it's gonna be that way. And okay. It's kind of funny. For a little while there, I thought like, oh no, I wouldn't be doing that much level design because I'd be doing more managerial stuff. Well, that turned out to be really false. This is some serious level design. It's like crunch mode to trying to get it all in place for the next milestone. It's like boom, boom. Here's like a giant, fucking huge area that requires all the stuff you're gonna craft. Good fucking luck, and it's gonna be huge, and you gotta use beacons, and you gotta like use your head and be smart about your exploration. Next patch. Ah, I hate when it does this. So anyway, on to the next area. Okay, so here's an area that will have one connection, and then the neighboring batch will have another. These areas, like, maybe they're a little too close together, but then it guarantees the chance that the player is gonna, well, it's gonna not guarantee it, but hopefully uh, greatly increase the chance that the player will happen upon one of these things by accident. That's the intention. The only thing is that most players don't go into this area until they already have a sea moth. So that scenario of like finding these things too early will be fairly rare, unfortunately. I don't know. With that said, the connection goes on here. So I think I'm going to go with a 64 empty. Create this instance. Give it a multiply. -1. And drag this motherfucker over. Whoa, whoa. Dragged it too far. Okay. Drag it one more. Oh yeah. Wait. There we go. Let's see. I'm gonna end up messing with somebody else's area. I'm just digging a hole in it. Digging a hole in someone else's work. Forgive me, ducks. Forgive me. I hope this doesn't conflict with what he's doing. This one here ended up being pretty quick, but the next one over will probably be more complicated. If they're simple like this, then probably get them done fairly easily. So it's a pretty good chance the player will come down this way and see this and realize that, oh shit, that just keeps going down. That should be okay. And the trick is most players are always facing forward, you know, so there has to be some kind of a indication. In this case, though, it may work. I'll have to see how it works for playtesting. That's what I'm going to be watching for playtesting. Future videos. Once these are all in, I'm going to be watching to see if people stumble on these things like they're supposed to. Anyway, next. Okay, so this one right over here, we got it's directly underneath this. So there's a couple different ways I can go about doing this one. Maybe directly from the top, going straight down, or since everybody is more likely to see the wall, have this whole thing just be like an overhanging thing with like a couple of pillars, and just sort of hollow this out and have it go straight down with sort of like cracks coming out on the sides. I might as well put a little bit more into it. That could work. I think that might actually look the coolest too, but it'll end up kind of discounting a lot of Dux's work. I don't know though. In the end result though is that it'll be able to be immediately visible to the player, and this is something that I think players kind of come by every once in a while. So, alright, that's what I'm gonna do. Right. I got a bunch more done. Kind of know what I wanted to do, but I ended up spending a lot of time just kind of floating around looking at, kind of come up with an idea of what I wanted to do. Like, I think I know what I want to do down here is sort of like a flat area with lots of uniform kind of pillars, sort of like a Mines of Moria kind of thing going on. But I don't know. I think I'm running out of gas and it's getting pretty late. Technically the entrances are in, and I should be able to get this up there for experimental build. And I probably won't be back on doing this until after tomorrow, which is Christmas. So, uh, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Any feedback, anything like that, feel free to let me know. I think I'm good. Good night.
The evil that